Hello and welcome to Season 2, Round 5 of the RCL 100% Championship. As usual, I'm joined by Matt. Hello Matt.
Hello, Dani. Well, this is actually the halfway point in the season already. It's gone quick. Round 5 out of 10.
Indeed, some special announcements made during the week.
There's a few things in the works, and obviously we announced that the Ring 100 will be taking place in October or November, which will be the longest race we've actually ran here in RCL. The 100-minute race around the 25-kilometer north-south track, so that should be pretty exciting once we get around to that. I'm looking forward to that one.
Indeed, that should be fun.
So we've got 4 minutes just under left of practice, and then it'll be qualifying and of course the race. We've got two new drivers in the form of Joel Escobedo and Kevin Wu for Goldman Sachs Racing. So it's always nice to see the grid getting larger each time we race. And in fact I can't see half of the live timing.
Of course, we're gonna have the onboard feed on the other channel.
Yep, to which.tv/RCLTV2. You can catch it on practice action now if you go over to there. Or you can stay on the main feed and watch every single piece of action from any camera angle that we can find. Perhaps even upside down sometimes. So this track is a lot wider than what we had at Salvador, so I wonder if Alice and Larson will be back to their usual tricks again.
You mean tricks like Larson teaching us how to take each and every corner around the outside and not lose a position?
Yeah. See if he continues on with that as Alice is coming into pit lane toward the end of this session. So for anybody that is new, we have 15 minutes of qualifying and then we're on to a 50-minute race, which will have 2 pit stops for the race. And we are not limited, what am I saying? Lap limited. It'll be time and then possibly an extra lap.
Before qualifying starts, you might want to guide me through the new features of our UI.
Yes. Really, the main feature is if you press Alt and H, you will get the current standings of the session. And then if you want to watch a replay, press R to go into replay mode, and then press R again to come out of it. Don't need to do anything with the standings, that's all automatic and sort itself out. And I think we may have 2 pages on the standings. We do, but it's just as commentators, so that's not a problem.
Why is it displaying minus times on second and third?
That is a question that I'm not too sure on at the minute.
Okay.
I updated the UI so it would automatically fetch the fastest laps if we miss the start of the session, so that could be what the problem is. So practice is over. Ellis, Larson, Lee lead top three, then it's Ovi, Reed and Kemp. Joel, Escobedo in 7th, 8th is Steele, 9th is Jones, and McFly is 10th. And I cannot see 11th and 12th, so on to qualifying we go. James Reed already going out onto track even. Andrew Jones doing so. I think there's Gary Kemp there as well. Just waiting for the lights to go green, which they do. So 15-minute session, you're going to have an unlimited amount of laps to try and set the fastest time you can. Now we've already got a yellow flag out there which is already cleared. And it's back again and gone. So fun fact, this is the only track on the calendar which has had the exact same positioning each season. Everything else has moved. So a few drivers starting their flying laps now then. Jones, Reed, Kemp. Looks like one of the Goldman Sachs is out there as well. James Reed's gone purple in this first sector, beating Kemp and Jones. If you want to watch live timing, then you can do so by livetiming.theracingconcept.co.uk, or you can visit theracingconcept.co.uk and get the streams and live timing at the same time. I've lost James Reed on timing. He's not purple. Ellis is purple so far, and goes second. Ellis looks like he's about to completely smash Gary Kemp's pole sitting time at the minute. It's half a second up so far.
Joel Escobedo goes third.
Ellis does indeed smash the time by a second. 1:11.6 compared to Kemp's 1:12.5. Larson is championship contender and championship leader at the minute. He's 0.4 off already in this first sector. In fact, he's 0.6 off in the second sector. Ah yes, Ellis has got a new livery this time out because he won in Salvador, so he's gone to cream soda for his drinks, beverage of choice thing. That made no sense there. So this is going to be a fairly slow lap from Larson. 1 minute 12. Oh, we managed to gain some time back, but 0.6 off puts him third. Obi's gone second. And Ellis has just improved to a 111.4. One of the BKMs has just crashed in front of Larson. Larson already 0.4 off in the first sector. Ellis with a massive gap to Obi, 0.8 seconds. Larson not too far behind that, 0.013. Oh, and Larson's off as well. He's abandoned that lap. Kemp's just gone purple, second sector. I suppose really we should say what the colour codes mean on the timings. Purple is quickest, green is personal best, and grey or white is just a normal sector. Then I think the rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. Gary Kemp just gone second. 9 minutes to go. Pushes Obi down to third and Larson fourth. Obi stays third with that lap. Ellis is going purple in the second sector. Larson, of course, taking pole in last race at Salvador, which was his first of the season. Ellis has already got 2 poles at least, I think, from the first 4 races. And his
pit entry.
So that Ellis not improving. Nigel Lee fifth at the minute, and he has Steele right in front of him. I think Steele's on a outlap. Lee clears him easy enough. And across the start-finish line he goes. This lap will put him in where he currently is, which is 5th. Was a personal best though. Gary Kemp up there in second at the minute, closest challenger to Ellis, 0.6 off. And his current lap isn't anything special either. Looks like Ovi's changed livery again. He was advertising the Rush film last time out, but that seems to have changed. Any idea what he's got sponsoring this weekend?
I think he might be back to his old sponsorships.
Adrian Herrera is interestingly enough just gone purple in the final sector, nowhere near challenging the front runners at the minute though. He's 3 seconds off. Does Larson manage to improve? He stays 4th. Purple final sector. So with half the session gone, there's 6 minutes to go. Ellis leads us away from Gary Kemp and Nick Obi. Then it is Jan Larson, Nigel Lee, Joel Escobedo in 6th. James Reed is 7th, Andrew Jones 8th, Sim Steele 9th, Adrian Herrera is 10th. Kevin Wu is 11th, and Mark Bide is yet to set a time and in 12th. Timing screens are lit up very green at the minute.
Ooh. Ovi just spun it.
Larson, first sector wasn't anything special, second sector was purple. What can he do in the final sector? 1 minute 11.4 to beat.
And it's an 12.0.
So it does improve, but stays fourth. Kemp is doing really well up there in second at the minute. He did take a podium in Brasilia. Whoa, where's Kemp going? Bit wide there. So, it looks like would be a pole position for Ellis so far. Larson is second, 0.2 off. He's finally managed to get a good lap put together then. Not sure where that came from, but it's not Gary Kemp down either way.
Gary Kemp on the final few corners. Stays on third, 14.4.
Ovi down to fourth then, and he was second just a minute or two ago. 3 minutes to go. You're going to get about 2 more laps in, guys.
Yellow flag.
Kemp abandoning that lap. So this will be Larson's last. Oh no, we might get 2 more laps in actually, to try and knock Ellis off that top spot. I still can't say Escobedo or Escobedo is currently in 6th ahead of James Reed.
What's his
Kramer at 8th.
nationality?
He is American.
If he's got Latin ancestors, I'm gonna guess that's Escobedo. But that's just me.
Well, clearly this isn't flying up for Larson. He seems to be warming his tyres up more than anything right now. I wonder if the tyres work better on the second lap.
Probably gonna just go for it on the final lap.
Seems to be trying to give himself a bit of space here. Traffic
Although
ahead.
he still might get 2 laps.
No, he's too far back to get 2 now. It'll be 1. Cut-off was a couple of seconds ago, so here Larson goes. Final lap of session for him.
Could say that first corner is the most interesting bit on this track.
Caused a few issues last season. Said season this time, not year. Of course, Kramer was involved in an accident with, I think it was Ovi, and it also claimed Herrera and Jones at various different points through the race. I think Jones actually spun off before he got to the first corner of the race. Doesn't look like Larson will be improving either. He's personal best second sector. Ellis doesn't improve. He's 2/10 off. In fact, he just set the exact same time as Larson's best time. 5 seconds. Larson trying to straight line that as much as possible, and it's not enough for him. So,
Gary Kemp might be reclaiming second spot.
could well be here actually. Currently third, personal best in the second sector. Ovi's finished fourth. There's Escobedo in sixth, who's not finished. And he's not in the pit lane either. What's Kemp going to do? No, it's not enough. Stays third.
He must have lost all that in the final sector, I think.
So qualifying results then: Ellis 1:11.405, followed by Larson 0.2 behind. Kemp is third. Nick Obi fourth. Nigel Lee fifth. Joel Escobedo is sixth. James Reed seventh. Kramer eighth. Sim still ninth. Matt By is 10th. Did get a lap in for both BKMs. Andrew Jones 11th. Adrian Herrera is 12th. 2.9 off the pace, and Kevin Wu is 13th, 3.7 behind. So it looks like Ellis seems to have a very slight edge over Larson going into the race today, but that could all change once we drop the green flag.
Indeed. So who are you betting for today? Before we start.
I'm really not sure, to be honest, because every time we say Ellis, something seems to go wrong, and every time we say Larson, something seems to go wrong.
And
Hiding in the corners. So just getting ready for the start then. Ellis will lead us round on the formation lap. And if you want to run through the grid, Dani, just in case somebody's missed qualifying.
then we've got 5v5 racing with Kramer's gonna, while Sims followed.
In fact, we're missing Joel Escobedo, because he was actually splitting 5v5 racing, but he seems to have dropped.
Wow, what a pity for him. I mean, debut and had a good qualifying lap.
Yeah, I mean, that was good point hole for his first race, if he could have finished there. But unfortunately, it looks like he won't be taking the start. So the face car pulls off very early on this track. It's going to be down to Alice to lead him around the final corner and wait for the lights to go green. Alice is gone. Larson, I'm not sure what Larson was doing. It looked like he was waiting for the lights to go green and just got caught out there. So Larson's already down to... in fact, has the race even gone green? Oh, Lee's off. Whoa!
Whoa, massive accident.
Was that Jones or Kramer? Whoa!
Larson involved
What
in
is
an
going
accident.
on here? I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Kramer's already retired. Race, I think the race is green.
The timer's definitely started. Started
So-
as Ellis crossed the line, I think.
So rather confusing start to the race so far. Alice already 2 seconds. In fact, who's that dropping down? Ovi's out the race. Jones has just spun it. Complete chaos going on here. What happened
Matt Bai
to
is
Ovi?
second.
How has Matt Bai managed to get into second? I'm really not sure what's going on.
Let's watch the replay. Yes. So Nigel Lee seems to spin it. I think there might have been contact before that.
It looks like we've got people calling for a race restart.
Oh, there was a bit of contact between Reed and Nigel Lee, causing lead. That was massive chaos.
Okay, we're going to throw the red flag and get this race restarted.
How so?
Well, drivers asked for it, so that's what we're going to do.
Is this really fair on Ellis though?
Ellis was actually the one that called it, so was Ovi.
Ah. So what's going to happen here?
Right, we are going to just wait for everyone to get back to the pit lane and then we can restart this race. I think everyone's in. Actually, there's a few cars out on track, but... Okay then. So, time for round 2. Well, restart 2 I should say.
So anyone know what actually happened?
Well, I know about 5 cars got taken out on the start of the race.
We could have really
Quite possibly, but actually this is the first red flag we've had, so we were just really trying to get the race going again as quick as we could. So restart 2 then, Ellis will lead us around, same grid positions as before. Looked like, yeah, there was definitely a lot of cars involved in that first corner incident though.
problem about doing this is what happens if Ellis gets taken out now and another 2 or 3 cars get taken out.
Well, obviously there's only so far we can go. I think everyone should be a bit more sensible now since they've seen the dangers of what can happen. Or Reed could always spin it on the formation, that works too.
Andrew Jones has already got damage on his front bumper.
I wonder if Jones has run in the back of Reed or something. They are kind of close together on the grid.
Oh, Jones crashed into steel.
Ah. Reed was slow away in the formation that well. Alright, let's hope everybody's a bit more well prepared this time as we come round final corner. And this will get us led away from the field. Here we go then, race restart number 1 is underway. See what's happening further back. Obies looks like he's been left behind. Nigel Lee is going to try and have to go around the outside of him. The 3 wide going into turn 1, almost. Looks like everybody's got it slowed down this time.
Yeah.
Larson leading the way after the first couple of corners then. Obi 4th, Reed is 5th ahead of his teammate now who has dropped down to 6th, and nope, just swapped back positions. So, after the first lap then, Larson leads Ellis from Kemp and Obi. Nigel Lee is 5th, James Reed is 6th, Sims Steele 7th, Matt By is 8th, Andrew Jones 9th, Adrian Herrera 10th, and Wu is 11th.
You've made the UI so it shows gap to the race leader instead of the next car.
It's always been like that. Fastest lap for Jan Larson, which is to be expected since he is leading currently.
Reed spun it on the first lap, on the first corner.
Disaster for Reed then. Oh, looks like there's a VKM there as well, gone off.
Bye.
So, bye. Ellis then looking to find a way past Larson, who is very, very sideways there, manages to hold on to it. My pit lane time has got stuck up on screen, that's going to need fixing for the next round. Ellis down the inside of Larson, not able to do anything with it.
Ellis with the better
Larson.
exit.
Can he get any sort of room into turn 1? field, fairly spread out. By is the last car running at the minute in 11th. So that race restart managed to claim Kramer. Car obviously too damaged to carry on. And it's slightly quicker than Larson on this lap so far. Already 23 seconds between first and 11th.
I don't mean the gap from the top bar, by the way. I mean the one from the bottom left where the names are.
Yeah, it's always showing that.
And Gary Kemp, I think, is about to join the party to take first.
He's about a second behind Ellis, so it won't be long. He's another 0.2 seconds up on Ellis in this first sector so far. Ovi another second behind him, and Ovi's made a mistake there under braking. Yeah.
I just saw it on Kemp's mirror.
Is that going to give Lee a chance into the final couple of corners? It is. Lee's down the inside. Where's Ovi? Still manages to get it back on the inside for the final corner, stays in fourth.
Larson setting the fastest lap.
So we were saying this first corner is going to provide the most entertainment on the track, and it did for the first attempt at the race. Causing the first red flag we've ever had in RCL. And considering we don't actually have a protocol in place for that, we got things going back to how they should be fairly quickly, so that's okay. We may have to get something in place over the break that we've got next week. So Kemp doing a fairly good job in third at the minute. 3.5 second gap to Ovi. Ovi doesn't seem to have the legs of his teammate so far this weekend.
You know, we didn't take our chances of who was going to win this in the end.
No, we didn't. It was too busy moaning that whoever we choose always ends up fucking up. Let's go with Larson today. But that's going to jinx him right now, I can tell you.
And Larson goes wide. No, just
good scrap at the front. Kemp seems to be dropping back from that scrap though, 2.4 behind. So he's dropped a couple of seconds in the last lap or two. James Reed's managed to fight his way back into 7th after his earlier spin. Ooh, Larson. Every time I see him through these couple of corners, he's always rather sideways. Only 8 minutes to this race have passed so far. Larson with the fastest lap again. That's just going to drop Ellis back a couple more tenths. Lee still fighting. Whoa, Ellis right off on the back of Larson into the first corner. I'm just about to say Lee is still fighting Ovi for fourth. Alice dropped Kemp by 0.9 seconds at last lap.
Overtaking a very wide line again.
It is a tricky corner, that, because obviously coming from a fairly decent sized straight into the braking zone there, which is turning left. Andrew Jones is retired. Why is Andrew Jones retired? He has done an exact replica of what he did last season, pretty much. And then ended up facing the wrong way on track and getting disqualified. So that's not ideal for Andrew Jones there. At the minute, Larson is managing to keep a steady gap to Ellis. Gap's not decreasing, it's not increasing either. Ellis was the fastest car through that lap as well, but not by much. Another yellow flag out there. Nigel Lee still all over the back of Ovi for fourth, which is the closest battle on track bar this one between the two leaders. Through the first chicane they come. Ellis takes a very different line through the second corner compared to Larson. Gives him a slightly better exit out the corner, I think. So the gap between Ellis and Larson just 0.2 of a second now. Ellis seems to be slowly catching Larson in this last lap.
I don't think gap matters anymore. I mean, we can see it on the screen.
That is very true. New cream soda delivery, pretty bright for Ellis, but it's not putting Larson off so far.
Dave Ellis just setting the fastest lap.
Larson did a personal best, but it was a tenth slower. Ellis is all over the back of Larson as well into turn 2. Perhaps an option to use push to pass this down, push to pass down this back straight now.
I think he might
Using
have
all the
done.
curve and a bit more. Reaching almost 240 kilometers an hour there.
I think it was Nigel Lee that nearly reached 250.
Oh, that's quick in these cars. Obviously got very little downforce on the back of that thing. Though we'll probably reach those sort of speeds in Brasilia for the second round.
Another yellow flag displayed, but it's gone already.
And it seems to have dropped back from Larson after being right with him a lap or two ago. Positions still staying as they are. I think Reed's actually got himself up into 6th past Steele at some point. Amazes me how wide they take that corner, actually. One of these days someone's going to get it a bit wrong. In fact, someone already has, which was Andrew Jones.
Again?
Not as spectacular this season, but
I
still
like
enough to cause a retirement.
I like how he had no clue whatsoever where he was on track and just carry on.
Well, I'm not surprised. I think he did manage to see the sky, so that would be enough to put anybody off.
Who's that going wide over there? Is it Kemp? I think it might be.
It is, you know. Kemp's falling back into the clutches of Ovi.
We're going to have a nice battle for...
That we are. Although Lee was quicker than Ovi that last lap as well.
Yeah, I'm including Lee on the battle.
This long back straight and down into the first corner, really the only chances you've got to overtake around here. Kemp's wide again.
You said we're mostly aiming for a two-stopper on this track.
I should think so, yeah. Kevin Wu is actually just pitting.
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty much pit window open now for the first stop.
15 minutes down, almost. Oh, Kemp looked like he was about to spin it coming out of turn 1 there, but managed to hold it together.
What? Oh.
He's still there. He's dropped back a bit, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Reed's pitting as well.
Although, more than dropping back, I think Ovi's having a better pace.
Yeah, Ovi was second quicker that last lap. 1.1 in fact.
Because I didn't really see Lee doing any mistakes, it's just that Ovi was faster overall. Seems he can smell the blood of Gary Kemp ahead.
Yeah, he certainly picked his face up. Addis is taking the lead. We've missed that because Larson's off at turn 1 somewhere. What happened there? Was the contact between Addis and Larson, I wonder? No, there wasn't. Larson just seemed to not turn the car enough, and off he went. So that's dropped him 5 seconds back behind Ellis now.
Watching a replay now.
Still only one retirement in the form of Andrew Jones. Ovi slowly chasing down Kemp now. Well, I say now, he has been for the past couple of laps, but he seems to be getting quite close now.
So as we can see, Ellis getting alongside Larson here as they cross the line. Seems,
Ovi.
yeah, it seems Larson being Reed that just exit the pit lane.
Whilst that was happening, you missed Ovi having a look at Kemp into turn 1. He didn't manage to pull it off though. So Kemp stayed third, Ovi fourth. I think Larson should have the pace to catch Ellis again. It's just a question of finding a way past him, because of course Ellis was stuck behind him for quite a while.
What did you say I missed?
Ovi had a look at Kemp into turn 1.
Oh, I was going to say he didn't overtake him or something because he's still behind. And
No, they
Nigel
stayed
Lee's
where they
just
were.
pitting now.
Herrera's in as well. That's been for a while now, I think. This should such a long pit entrance. Make sure you get it slowed down. Nigel Lee, first of the major front runners to make a stop then.
Because Lee's going to have fresher tyres while these guys are battling out.
Yeah, these two are going to lose a lot of time just following each other around. Kemp's diving in. So that releases Ovi into third.
That could have been a race deciding decision there by Lee. Because I think he might be ahead of Gary Kemp. It just depends how fast new tyres are compared to old ones.
Yeah. Lee is 12 seconds behind Kemp at the minute.
Kemp's been released. Nigel Lee's on the final corner.
It's going to be close. Kemp is ahead, I think. He is by quite a way. 5 seconds, in fact. I wonder if this lap's going to be enough for Ovi. He's going to have to put in a good stint. In fact, he's not pitting again.
I'm wondering if
Edison and Larson have done though.
I'm wondering if Lee got stuck in traffic when he came out of pit.
Possibly. So Ovi goes through to take the lead away from Larson and Ellis.
Or maybe he just couldn't warm the tyres quick enough.
Looks like Ellis has got it out ahead of Larson, which is to be expected. So Ovi leading the way then. Kemp, he's not managed to reduce the gap between, in fact, oh no, never mind. It's going to be interesting to see where Ovi slots in between those two then. Ovi's doing 1:13s at the minute. Kemp of course stopped, so he did 1:7. No, Kemp didn't stop, did he? Yes, he did. They did 1:17. Lee's 0.5 seconds quicker that last lap as well than Ovi. Ovi's pitting actually. So, has Ovi done enough to stay ahead of Kemp? And, well, has he done enough to stay ahead of Lee, I should say, because Kemp was already ahead. Ellis retakes the lead.
Ovi's exited him the pitch. Kemp's
Kemp's
already
gone
ahead.
through, Lee's through.
So Lee did gain position. It was just with Obi though.
Indeed.
So it seems one lap wasn't enough with Kemp, but with more laps he did gain quite a bit on Obi. Because remember, Lee dropped back on the battle actually.
Yeah, Ovi's lost about 8-ish seconds to Kemp. Well, probably about 6. But still. So perhaps the early stop for Kemp has managed to keep him in 3rd. We'll have to see if Ovi can chase down Lee though. Gain that position back. Larson's 7.5 seconds back from Ellis now, after that one mistake. So really, field's fairly spread out. Kemp's 4-ish seconds behind Larson. Not really able to. In fact, he gained a good 0.8 seconds on the last lap, but he seems to be dropping back slowly this lap.
When did Ellis pit?
He pitted same lap as Larson, probably about 5-ish minutes ago.
Ah, okay, same lap then.
Yep.
Yeah, Larson seems to be dropping back more than gaining on Ellis. Well, I mean, Ellis was quicker on qualifying.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe Larson taking the position early in the race just slowed down Ellis, but now that Ellis has track for himself, then maybe he's actually quicker.
He was 0.2 quicker that last lap, but he's already 0.2 up in his first sector as well. Lee slowly catching Kemp.
And I'm guessing Ovi's catching Lee.
Ovi was actually slower than Lee that last lap. It was slower than Kemp as well, but not by much.
And Ovi can't grumble at top speed. It stated 248 kph there.
Yeah, I think Ovi seems to struggle in the final sector. I mean, I could be completely wrong about that, but it seems to be, from what I've seen so far, James Reed's just got purple first sector. But he is 13.5, 14 seconds behind the nearest car, which is Ovi. Yeah, I mean, Larson's lost another 0.2 seconds on this lap, if not 0.3. Kemp was quicker than him.
That's actually Kemp's personal best.
Lee lost a good chunk of time to Kemp that lap as well, almost a second. Ovi was at 12.6. So really, that 3rd, 4th and 5th, they're kind of gaining on each other and then losing it, and then kind of just doing that over and over. So they're not really making any sort of inroads.
Well, there's a few difficult corners on this track that it's really hard to get exactly the same lap after lap. And you could easily lose 0.2, 0.3 seconds on each corner.
Well, saying that, Lee set a personal best, so is Ovi that last lap, so probably back to how they were before, Larson clearing Herrera out the way.
Then we got to take in account, are they saving tyres, are they saving fuel, what are the strategies? We don't really know much.
No, we're kind of got to guess what they're doing from live timing and the pictures.
I mean, I should think Lee's going to be the first one to make the second stop again. And having, like, equal stints.
Interestingly enough, Ovi lost 5 seconds in the pits compared to Kemp and Lee, who both spent 41 seconds in that first stop. Which seems a bit strange, since Ovi would have had to put less fuel in. Well, no, he wouldn't have done, because it's not towards the end of the race, but...
Maybe he's going to make a really short final stop. So he's done, like, the long stint now, and then just going to put less fuel, less pit time, and then be a lot quicker, having less weight on the car.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how everyone kind of goes about these races, really. Because everybody knows you're going to have to stop twice, but there's always some sort of variant to it. Like
And
we saw at Salvador.
Kemp's like in between, because he pitted a lot after Lee, but still pitted a lot earlier than Ovi, so...
Yeah, going to be an interesting fight for third. Larson, he seems to be able to keep the pace of Ellis, but of course he's lost that time now, so he'll struggle to get it back, I think. He was 0.2 quicker in that last lap, which is the first time I've seen that in a while. Ovi gained a second on Kemp as well.
Well, that's the thing though, if Ellis and Larson were 1 second from each other, then 0.2 would be important, but right now 0.2 is nothing when there's 7.5 between them.
Yeah.
Because then next lap Ellis will probably be 0.5 seconds faster or something.
I mean, look at the best laps between Kemp, Lee, Ovi and Reed. There is not even 0.1 seconds between that.
Wow.
Kemp has ever so slightly got the edge on Lee and Ovi.
I'm not sure if you added Reed into that equation, but he's on the same pace as them guys as well.
Yeah, he is. That first, well, not the first lap was it, but spin early on perhaps cost him a higher finish than what he's in at the minute. He's 17 seconds behind and pitting. $18 minutes to go, so that's well within the range to get home. So it's one of the Goldman Sachs as well, that'll be Woo. Oh, on board with Lee, who's gone wide.
Yeah, I couldn't see him.
So Lee didn't lose the position to Ovi, but Ovi, that's gained him a lot of time now. Chopped the gap down by about a second and a half, I think.
Sun seems to be shining on the first corner.
Ovi, whoa!
Jesus.
Looks like he lost traction on that curve on the inside there.
That was way too close.
Overview, of course, finishing second last time out in Salvador after a brilliant one-stop strategy with Ellis and RLD.
I think Ovi and Lee might need a new set of pants after this.
Quite possibly. Kemp in fact, Kemp has got a decent gap over Lee now, 8 seconds.
Does it really surprise you after what we've just seen?
Perhaps not. Lee, of course, did make that mistake towards the end of the lap as well, a couple laps ago.
Oh, yeah, Reed pitted. I was gonna say, how come still it's ahead of Reed?
Why is Wu still in the pit lane? I wonder if he's had a drive-through penalty, because that's his third trip into the pits. And Larson's catching Ellis. Larson's just gone purple in that first sector, gaining 0.8 seconds.
He's gaining quite a lot on the last few laps.
Perhaps found some pace.
5 minutes ago he was 7.5 seconds away. Then last time I checked he was 7 seconds away, and now he's 6 seconds away.
Yeah, and he's just set fastest lap as well. That's pushed Ellis to go quick as it in personal best sector 1.
Kevin spent a minute in the pits.
At least. I'm not sure what's going on with Wu there. Perhaps he's got... Is that the front end of the car missing? Or is that just the camera angle?
No.
That's probably why he's been in there for so long then. So we've only got 14 minutes remaining. Larson's lost a second to Ellis this lap. Ellis doesn't set the fastest lap, but it's pretty quick. And Lee's just pitted. You were right, he will be pitting first out the top 3, 4 and 5.
That pit entrance is so scary and technical. And
So
Reed,
Kemp...
we've got a battle between Reed and Steele now. Reed, of course, is pitting and coming out behind.
Yeah, is that Kemp ahead of him just lapping them? Looks like it is, isn't it? Whoa, Reed was a lot quicker through there than Steele.
Yeah, nice line going to that corner.
Oh, just enough room for Reed, still trying to give as little as allowed. Can Reed get it slowed down? Looks like he has done. Steele's off track.
So Reed goes back into 6, even though Steele has not pitted yet.
So according to the broadcast chat, it looks like Wu's accelerator got stuck down, which piled him into the wall, and he's now retired. Oh, Reed and Kemp both going off at first corner there. So before Reed started attacking Steele, I was about to say that the last time Kemp raced, he actually finished third as well, which was Brasilia. So Kemp basically doesn't turn up or he finishes third so far this season.
wonder if Reed's got the pace to stay behind Kemp. And we might see some teamwork and strategies going on.
Kemp managing to get past Herrera at last. Still nothing from the front two with regards to pitting, only 11 minutes to go.
It's going to be interesting how far Ovi's going to go.
So the top 4 they get to make their second stop. But could Lee actually get ahead of Ovi or Kemp due to pitting first?
Whoa!
May.
Reed's just gone into the tyre bundle. Still.
Oh, Reed clipping that sleeping policeman on the inside that chicane. Luckily that wasn't too big of an impact with the tyre wall, so I don't think he'll have sustained damage on that. Oh, he's just gone off up ahead. You need to change your replay to be 20 seconds rather than 80.
I know. I wanted to see Reed's replay on overtaking Steele again, but I forgot about it.
Kemp's in the pit lane. He's away. Ovi's past him, but Ovi's not pitted. Does he know where's Lee?
Final
Lee. So Lee's not going to make it out ahead of Kemp. Kemp stays where he is. Well, despite he'll be net third after Ovi pits. That's what I'm trying to say. So Ovi could change who's on the podium with this stop. He's got 25 seconds to Kemp. I don't think that's enough to make a stop.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be... Well, it's not going to be enough, but Ovi's pit stop's going to be really quick.
Kemp took about 30 seconds at that stop.
And Reed's trying to outlap himself from Ovi, I think.
Yeah, he has been behind him a few laps now. Looking at the lap times, he was the second quickest, so I'm not surprised. This is the issue for drivers that have incidents in this race early on, because sometimes they're quicker than the guys ahead of them, but a lap down.
Yeah, especially with pit stops. I mean, Ovi's got tyres with, like, what, 20 laps?
Getting on for, I should think, yeah. Eight minutes. I don't think Ovi's putting off another one stopper. He's going to have to pit again, as far as I am aware. I don't think he's saving enough fuel, to be honest. He seems to have been lapping at front-running pace-ish, so we'll find out when the lap analysis is all sorted.
He's probably going to pit in the final 5 minutes and just have a sprint of 5 laps or so.
Could well be. In fact, Larson's pitted, promoting Ovi into second. Larson was out, 35 second stop, stays third, he'll stay second, providing Ovi pits.
Are we going to have another battle between Reed and Steele?
How was Reed? Oh yeah, of course Reed spun, didn't he? That's why he's ended behind still, but Ellis is in the pit lane now.
Has Steele
According to live timing, no, he hasn't.
Interesting.
And this is going to be crucial to see if he can stay in the lead. I think he will. On his way out now, it's going to be about a 30-second pit lane trip. Just a bit over. Stays first. Larson's actually dropped another 3 seconds in this pit stop phase. This letting Ovi through. He's got nothing to lose, so he might as well.
I'm not sure about that. Because Ovi should be a lot slower than Ellis.
Kevin passed his car through that lap. Larson's had a very slow lap, 1 minute 18. Of course he pitted, so that'll be why. So was Larson's out lap.
Gary Kemp's lost it somewhere. Second corner. Lee's right on its bumper now.
Yep, he just lost the back end under braking. Still has pitted, yes. Only, I think it's probably about a 30-second stop looking at that.
Ovi's in the pit.
Ovi's in the pits and whoa, Kemp is somehow holding onto that car. Ovi's going to drop behind Lee, I think, because they're already coming up to the final corner. How's Ovi doing pit time-wise? Where is he?
Already leaving.
It's going to be very close. He caught it right within the last 5 minutes. There's Ovi. Has he got ahead of both of them? No, he hasn't. He's going to be behind Lee.
Much fresher tyres though.
Much fresher tyres and a lot less fuel, perhaps.
Well, fuel should be similar. Because, I mean, the other guys have to get to the end as well.
Yeah. So Ellis leads the way from Larson and Kemp with 4 minutes to go, and then it's Nigel D is 4th, Ovi 5th, James Reed is 6th, Tim Steele 7th, Matt White 8th, Adrian Herrera is 9th, and retirements are Kevin Wu, who had a throttle breakage apparently, and Jones, who we saw fly over the track dividing barrier. So really Larson not been able to challenge Ellis ever since Larson made that mistake early on.
Indeed. But again, judging by qualifying, Ellis had the better pace on this track.
Would have been fairly close though, I think. I mean, Larson's actually got the fastest lap, so... you just never know with these two. Kemp doing a good job in 3rd though.
Ovi going a bit wide. Doesn't seem Ovi has the momentum to be able to catch the guys in front.
No.
Although we're not sure how Lee's tyres could drop any moment.
Well, you say that, but Kemp looks like he's starting to struggle because I've seen him rocking up a lot in this last lap.
Lee being the first one to pit of these guys, remember?
Yeah, of course. 2 minutes left then.
We've got the one that's pitted the first and the one that's pitted with 5 minutes to the end.
Oh, Lee
and as
spun
we
it.
say that, Lee spins it.
Reed's off as well. Both 5v5s off in the same stretch of track.
Starting lap number 40, or is that lap completed?
That's laps completed.
Ellis completes lap 40.
Oh no, sorry, on the live timer is completed, but the UI is the current lap.
Ellis starts lap 40. And Larson is trying. Whoa.
There's another spin somewhere.
It's Reed.
Yeah, Reed. Looks that way, yeah. Final lap for Ellis then. When he crosses the line, Matt By making a pit stop quite late in the race.
Is he gonna finish in his race in the pit lane again?
No, he'll be at the pits now. So that battle for third kind of just, I don't know, nothing came of it, did it? She changes through the pit stops, so Kemp does indeed take third.
Has he finished?
Kemp's finished, yeah.
Okay.
Nick Ovey takes fourth. And Lee is fifth.
Has Ellis finished?
Not yet. He's just coming around the final couple of corners.
Oh, so third is a lap down? Or it's just the way the the timer finished?
I think it's just the way it finished. But it will mean the results will count Kemp as being a lap down, of course.
Yeah.
Well, anyone that's already finished being a lap down.
So Ellis takes the victory. And the championship leadership?
That is a very good point, actually. It was only 5 points. I think they might be equal. Or 1 point in it. It's going to be close. Whoa.
Larson takes second. Kemp, as he said, take.
So that's everybody finishing. Results should pop up very shortly. They'll pop up automatically once the leader's finished a minute after.
Really?
Yep.
That's technology for you.
Oh yeah. RCL doing all the technological things. And there you go.
I like how I finished 41 laps down and you finished 42 laps down.
Ah, yeah. So, Ellis first, last second, 7 seconds behind. Then it was Kemp Ovey Lee who only managed 40 out of the 41 laps. James Reed was 6th, 7th Sim Steele, 8th Matt By, 9th Herrera 2 laps down. Kevin Wu retired, and 16 laps back. And then of course Andrew Jones was disqualified from the race after that incident.
You know, it's kind of creepy, but you just said that as it switched on my screen.
I see. Magic.
Is that technology as well?
It is. But we managed to get the race done after the initial red flag anyway. And it was a fairly decent race. Plenty of action. Perhaps not so much in the battle for first, but midfield had a good race going. No, we've got a break next week. So the next race will actually be on August the 24th. Beat me to it. Plenty of announcements going to be made over the break as well, if I am informed correctly. So I look forward to those. But I think that's it. Well, first red flag of the season, no idea what the fuck Kramer actually was doing there.